Hey everyone, and welcome to The Beatdown!
Another match we have on the lineup for Emergence Night 1 is Ace Austin and Madman Fulton against the Good Brothers. This match is a match that I don't know how I feel about it, because the Good Brothers are a new tag team in Impact Zone, and I'm not really feeling Ace and Fulton too much, you know? I like Ace as a solo fighter who has these kind of people who are... I like Ace more as a solo fighter who has these other wrestlers in his back pocket, like Reno Scum, for when he wants to get into his opponent's mind. However, in the case of Madman Fulton, he's not just in his back pocket. They're being portrayed as tag team partners. And you know, you speak a lot about getting lost in the shuffle, and to me this is really saying that ever since Ace Austin lost the X Division champion, he's getting lost in the shuffle. Instead of being a solo fighter, he's now being a tag team fighter, and I'm not too fond of his tag team partnership with Madman Fulton.
I know it seems like Ace Austin is losing his top position, but you have to remember who he's feuding with. He is feuding with the Good Brothers, who a lot of people know from WWE. So it gives him this extra credibility because he's going up against a tag team that has been well established and is considered to be really good. So right now you're seeing him collide with the Good Brothers, and I'm okay with it because the storyline that has come out of it, even though it started off kind of weird, it's shaping up to be something really good, and I really like where it's going. And this is not a rivalry that's getting pushed down. I think everybody's really into this rivalry because of these awesome skits that they've been doing recently against each other. I feel like they've been teasing us for this match, but they haven't really been giving us too much of the match because we haven't really been seeing them fight, right? We just get like little clips of maybe like some drama that happens in the back, or maybe them attacking each other. It's like light stuff. And I think Impact is doing this on purpose because they know people want to see them fight against each other.
So going back to the WWE versus Impact, you made a good point. The Good Brothers are from WWE, and there's just always something in my brain, like, is there a backstage feud between Impact superstars and any of the new wrestlers that are just coming on board to Impact? So if kind of like the whole ECW versus WWE thing back then, I feel like there might be like a under the surface, something that we can't see on TV. But for example, if Ace Austin loses this match against the Good Old Brothers, that's kind of like saying, like, it's like you say, it's the top people from WWE, the Good Brothers, and then it's Ace Austin, who was previously the Impact, the X Division champion, and then he was the world champion for Impact Wrestling. So you're right, it's like the top guy in the tag team from Impact versus the top tag team from WWE. So if Ace and Fulton lose, will this kind of imply a message that WWE wrestlers are more talented or better than Impact wrestlers? And then if the Impact team wins, is that implying that they have seniority, or are they winning because they've been with the company longer? You know what I mean? I find it at a loss. I'm always thinking that there's this conflict going in the back between the new wrestler. It's like when you're at your job. Nobody likes the new person at the job most of the time. So that's kind of how I analyze it. Because at the end of the day, this Impact is their job. You know what I mean?
So in case you guys haven't seen that video or you're new to the channel, we actually did a video analyzing the WWE guys coming into Impact and kind of taking over the spots that these Impact stars had established for themselves. So if you haven't seen that video and don't really know what my co-host is saying, we're gonna link it up here on the right hand side so you guys can go click on it and watch it, so you guys are more familiar with what he's talking about, and so you guys can think about this when you guys are watching Impact. But regarding what you're saying, I think you have a good point. If the Good Brothers win, is this gonna be another situation where WWE guys are coming in to step on Impact guys? But I'm not too worried about that happening because remember that when there's competition of two different things, right? So Ace and the Good Brothers, you get something good because both sides are trying to show what they have, right? So it's not like, oh, Good Brothers are getting more screen time than Ace Austin. It's been pretty balanced, right? So we have two teams that are trying their hardest to come out on top. So in this situation, I don't think WWE guys are getting treatment. And even if they win, I still don't think that could be considered them getting treatment because they have been sticking up for themselves and showing what they have. So it's not like they've been giving, you know, free wins against random people. Oh, you just came in, you're winning. No. They are having to prove themselves against Ace Austin right now. And Ace is just being a magician and always one-upping them with that ace he has under his sleeve. So I'm pretty excited to see what's going to continue to happen between these two. Because you got to think about it like this. Two big competitors like Apple and Google. Both of them are always coming out with the new phone, new features, because they want to be relevant. They want you to buy it, right? So right now we have the same thing happening. These two brands, the Good Brothers and Ace and Madman, they're trying their hardest to get you to like them, to get you to root for them. And I think we really see this in their skits and in their backstage segments when they go up against each other. They really have a lot to prove. And I guess mentally you could go back to what you're saying, you know, does Ace Austin and Madman Fulton have to try harder? Because they're going up against the Good Brothers who are coming from the WWE, who have this momentum. So do they have to try harder to make sure they don't get lost in the shuffle against these two, you know, more established stars that came from the WWE? But like I said, I don't think that's bad. I think it's good. And competition is healthy as long as there's a balance. And I think Impact is doing a good job with that.
So now for the reason that you guys are here because you want to know what we predict.
So honestly, I mean, I'm an Ace Austin fan, so I'm going to root for Ace Austin and Madman Fulton. I hope they continue to come out on top. But if they lose, I wouldn't be mad because the rivalry is going to continue. I feel like even if the Good Brothers win or lose, also, just like Ace Austin, I feel like it doesn't even matter who wins or loses because this rivalry is going to continue. It's like, it's just starting, you know, and it's not going to end with this match. We're going to keep seeing them fight and we're going to continue to see these awesome backstage segments because this rivalry is just getting started. So I want Ace to win, obviously. But if the Good Brothers win, I wouldn't be mad because they're good. But I am rooting for Ace Austin.
Sounds to me like you gotta pick a side and stay firm. But I too am going for Ace Austin just because he's Ace Austin. Not because I believe in his tag team with Fulton, but just because I haven't seen too much of Good Brothers since I didn't watch them on their previous show. So I'm going for Ace just for the simple fact that I've been seeing his moves, I've been seeing his character develop on Impact.
And you know what? I know you're saying I have to pick a side, but this just goes to show you how good Impact is doing. That they have me conflicted on who I want to win. Because right now you just said, you know, there's this backstage rivalry. And I think there might be because it's happening to me right now. I don't know if I want the Good Brothers to win or Ace Austin because, you know, I'm just basing the Good Brothers based on what they've been doing on Impact. And they have been doing really good that I don't know who's going to win. And that's the problem. Because I like what the Good Brothers are doing. I like their backstage segments. But, of course, I like Ace Austin. I like them so much more than the Good Brothers. And that's why I want him to win. But I wouldn't be mad if he loses. Because I'm in this conflict right now where I don't know who I really want to win. And I wouldn't be mad whether one side loses or the other. Because at the end of the day, us as fans, like this conflict that I'm feeling right now, I'm 100% sure many others are feeling it. They don't know who you want. They don't know who they want to win, just like I don't know.
And this is the kind of thing that Impact, as a producer, loves. They love to keep the fans at the edge of their chairs, you know, you wouldn't be watching if it was one-sided or if it was too predictable. We wouldn't be watching. We love when they throw curveballs at us, like what just happened. I totally thought this person was gonna win, but somehow this person won. That's what they love to do. They love to keep us on the edge of our chairs. That's how they keep us engaged, and that's how they keep us tuning in every Tuesday.
That's true. And I didn't think of that, but you wouldn't be excited about this match if the Good Brothers had come into Impact and just completely dominated. Like it was one-sided. Just like you wouldn't really be into this match if Ace Austin had just dominated against the Good Brothers. It'd be like, what's the point?
Just like I wasn't into the Deonna Purrazzo and Jordan Grace match because Deonna came in dominating.
So if you guys agree with these predictions, I'm just gonna ask you guys to quickly hit that like button. If you guys enjoy videos like this, it really motivates us to put the time and effort into doing something like this. So just hit the like button, show your support, make sure you subscribe, and this has been an episode of The Beatdown.